Good day, my name is John-Baptiste, a Master of Arts student in English language at the University of the West Indies Open Campus. The topic I have chosen to speak about today concerns the performance of students in kindergarten on early literacy related tasks. Children are precious and they are the future leaders of tomorrow. The development of a child can be compared to building a house. For a house to stand strong against the elements, it must have a solid foundation. If the foundation is weak or not properly laid, then many problems will arise, and as the building continues, the house will get worse. The same can be said of a child. If a child's early literacy skills are not developed, then that child will struggle throughout his or her educational life. Now, what is the meaning of the term early literacy? Early literacy has been defined as the array of skills and competencies and attitudes that young children acquire as precursors to becoming independent and proficient readers, and this is according to McConnell and Rabe, 1998. In addition to early literacy, there is also the term early literacy skills. According to Carol Bainbridge, 2016, these are skills needed for reading and writing. They include such things as the awareness of the sound of language, the awareness of print, and the relationship between letters and sound. These skills can be acquired at home by parents or caregivers. They can be acquired in daycare centers or in a more formal setting, such as a preschool. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines a preschool as a school for children usually under 5 years who are too young for kindergarten. During the first 4 years spent teaching kindergarten students at a rural primary school on the island of Antigua, I observed that a significant number of students displayed a lack of certain basic literacy skills. These skills included limited vocabulary, and with limited vocabulary, that suggested to me that these children were not engaged in lots of conversation at home. So coming to school, they were not fluent in terms of producing words and sentences. They were very limited. In addition to having a limited vocabulary, they were unaware of the conventions of reading and writing. Some children did not know how to hold a pencil. That shows that coloring skills and so on were not done at home or with the primary caregivers. Some would even hold the book upside down to read. Picture reading was done by only a few students, and that is something that children enjoy doing. They would take a book, even though they're not able to read, they would take the book, look at the pictures, as long as the book is very colorful, and they would begin to read based on what the pictures are saying to them. That was missing greatly, and that is normally a fun activity for children. The absence of these skills made the teacher's task a very difficult one, and the challenges presented by the lesson at times appeared to overwhelm the students. Some children would become very disruptive. Some would also just go to sleep. And this should never be the case in any kindergarten classroom. A kindergarten classroom should be a lively place where learning is taking place. Children are having fun, children are excited to learn, and they should be actively engaged while they're learning about themselves and learning about the world around them. But this was not taking place as it should have been in the classroom. It was happening in a very limited way. This situation greatly disturbed me and prompted me to ask questions of other kindergarten teachers to find out whether or not they were experiencing a similar situation. I eventually found out that some teachers had similar problems that I did. I then decided to conduct an investigation into the performance of students who attended preschool and those who did not attend preschool on early literacy related tasks. An observation schedule was employed to acquire data from 20 kindergarten students at a rural primary school on the island of Antigua. This was done to measure to what extent students were able to perform certain early literacy related tasks. These tasks included identifying letters, following lines of print from left to right, and recognizing basic sight words. The data from each student were recorded and analyzed to see how each student performed on the given tasks. The results then suggested that children who attended preschool performed at higher levels than those who did not attend preschool. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.